بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا أبا القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين ولعنة الله دائما على أعدائهم إلى يوم الدين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Before I start my Juma prayer, I give you all salam for inviting me to come here, but it was so quick and hurry. Sorry if I came late. But in Juma, inshallah, Allah, He accepts our prayers. But the most important that Allah, He said, the Holy Prophet, he said, "Usikum bitaqwallah wa nafsi bitaqwallah." In Juma, we normally exhort one another for righteousness, and we learn from our religion. So before I start, I will speak today about very important issues about our Aqidah, which is very, very important. In Shia school of thought, we have what is called Usul al-Din. And next part of our Aqidah is called Furu' al-Din. So I will start with the Aqidah of Tawheed, which is very important because most of us, when we go out there, we see the differences between us and other Muslims. Maybe it is only Imamat. It is not Imamat. It is the whole religion, to be honest. So it's very serious issues that the Shias, we are supposed to put ourselves on track and know exactly the sources of other school of thought and our sources. Our sources, as you know, a lot of Maulanas have come here to speak to you, is about the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, which in the case of us, we have Hadith al-Thaqalain and we have the Quran. Allah, He said in the Holy Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ وَأُولِي الْأَمْرِ مِنْكُمْ. So we have three important sources of Islam. So after we are very conscious of knowing Allah and worship Allah, we are supposed to know our sources of Islam. Where does it come from? It came from Allah, it came from Rasul, it came from Ulul Amr. And Ulul Amr are Ahlul Bayt. For other sources of other school of thought, it came from many sources. Those sources are the Quran, the Rasul, the Khulafa, and the Sahabas, and Tabi'een, and even other people. So if you go over through extensive religion of other school of thought, you will see what they have today in their tafsir, in their fiqh, in everything. It is a narration from other people and very few narration from the Prophet himself. For example, they have a man called Muqatil bin Sulaiman. Muqatil bin Sulaiman is the source of maybe 50% of the tafsir of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And if you go and through this biography of Muqatil bin Sulaiman, you will find him to be someone who was called Mujassima. He used to believe that Allah has a body, he come down and go up. So this is the whole scenario of Aqidah of them. So also they have a man called Sadi. They study the same thing. They have a man called Ikrima, and Ikrima was the Mawla, a slave of Ibn Abbas. And Ikrima, he was a Kharijite, as you know. And when he died, it's only about 5 people or 7 people they attended his janazah because they were tired of him. He was a very bad Kharijite who used to believe that Ali is a kafir. And if you go to their tafsir, you will find Ikrima is the best narrator of their fiqh, the best narrator of their hadith, is everything. So I want you to know that the difference between us and the other school of thought, it is very wide differences. No matter they are our brothers, a Muslim, we say that whatever, but there are big differences between us in terms of the sources of religious sources. So I will give you a very bit example. Most of us Shias, we believe that Allah has nobody. Allah, He doesn't sit on the throne. For example, Imam Jaffar alayhi salam, when he was asked about Arsh, because when they commentary, we say the hadith, when they go to the commentary of Quran, when they read the verse, for example, Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arsh istawa, they believe that Allah mount Himself over the throne. He sit on the throne. So in the book of Ibn Taymiyyah, for example, when you read, when he comment on the throne, he say Allah sit on the throne and there is a space of about 4 fingers remaining there on the throne, which means that they believe that Allah occupy a space. So from the beginning here now, you see the differences. So what was the answer of Imam Jaffar Sadiq alayhi salam when he was asked about Ar-Rahman ala al-Arsh istawa? He say, Man za'ama ala anna Allah qad jalasa ala al-Arsh. Anyone who think that Allah have sit on the throne, faqad sayyarahu mahmulan. He has made him to be carried by an object. وَمَنْ صَيَّرَهُ مَحْمُولًا. And anyone who have thought him to be carried by an object, فَقَدْ صَيَّرَهُ مُحْتَاجًا. He made him a needy God. وَمَنْ صَيَّرَهُ مُحْتَاجًا. And anyone who have made him muhtajan, he's a needy God, فَقَدْ كَفَرْ. This is a very serious issue. He became kafir. This is very serious. And then Imam he read, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ أَنْتُمُ الْفُقَرَاءِ إِلَى اللَّهِ. O mankind, you are fuqara to Allah. You are needy to Allah. وَاللَّهُ هُوَ الْغَنِيُّ الْحَمِيدُ. But Allah is ghani. So our brothers, they believe that He sits on the throne. And this throne is carried by 8 angels. And those 8 angels, they feel the heaviness of God when He become angry. I'm talking according to their books, right? So when He's happy, the throne become lighter. So the angels know that, oh, today Allah is happy, but today Allah is angry. So as if the angry it make him so heavy. So this is a big difference. So I want you to know that you have to thank Allah that you have the teaching of Ahlul Bayt. When we used to be Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we used to believe all of these things. Because it is written in the Sunnah, and you cannot deny any Sunnah. And you say Quran and Sunnah. Isn't so? You don't say Quran and Ahlul Bayt. But when you go over and over, you will find that Quran and Sunnah, this hadith is not to be mentioned anywhere in their books. Can you imagine that? It is mentioned in Tariq al-Tabari, which is not a bigger references in terms of Aqidah, in terms of theology. It is not mentioned in Bukhari. It is not mentioned in Sahih Muslim at all. Those are the top books of hadith of Al-Sunnah Jama'ah, and this hadith, Kitabullah wa Sunnati, is not mentioned. It is mentioned in the book called Al-Hakim, Mustadrak of Hakim. And this Mustadrak, Imam Hakim, he look at Bukhari, he look at Sahih Muslim, and then he say, oh, there are some hadiths that these 2 people, they did not compile it. So he called his book Al-Mustadrak. Do you know what does it mean? Means he bring the hadith that was not in Sahih Muslim. He saw istidrak is to bring something that was not in the original books. So this hadith, Kitabullah Sunnati, it is found in Mustadrak and not in the original literary book of hadith. But Kitabullah wa Izzat Ahlul Bayt, it is found in every book of Sunni except Sahih al-Bukhari. Every book you name it, you will find it. It is mutawatir, narrated by 112 Sahabas, according to them. But yet, they do not believe Kitabullah al-Bayt as their 2 sources of their religion. I just want to draw attention to you about this. Also, when you look over and over and over, you will find that a man called Ka'b al-Ahbar, if you heard about him. This man was a Jewish from Yemen, and he did not become Muslim during the time of Rasulullah. He became Muslim during the time of Umar bin Khattab. But if you read the biography, those young people who are a little bit, quicker in Googling, just Google someone called Ka'b al-Ahbar. You can find him that he had a lot of activities in Medina. And maybe 1/3 of the religion of our brothers is taken from this man. You can say, oh, Abu Jaffar, what you are saying about this? 1/3. It has been taken from this man. Ka'b al-Ahbar, he had students among Sahabas. He had students among Tabi'in, those who follow Sahabas. One of the students of Ka'b was Ibn Abbas. Wahab bin Munabbih. These people, if you mention to them, they are very famous on them. He has people like Ibn Umar, Ibn Zubair, including the second caliph, was one of the students of Ka'b al-Ahbar. He is the first person after the days of Rasulullah to allow a Jewish scholar to come and speak on top of the minbar of Rasulullah in Medina. Did you know that? You don't have to work hard to find out these facts. You can just go today in your books, in their website, and found that the first person to allow Ka'b al-Ahbari, the Jewish scholar who converted to Islam, is Umar ibn Khattab. He used to speak in the Masjid. He used to make fatwa. He used to make commentary of the Holy Quran. He is the one who said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is carried by 8 goats. Did you know that? Mountain deers? Did you know that mountains deers, they are carrying our Lord? It is in their books. It is in their theology. And they comment on those and they try to make it figurative, whatever, but it is carried by 4 goats. One goat had the face of the human being face. One goat, it has a face of a lion. One goat is a face of an eagle. One goat is a face of an angel. Exactly as in the Bible, the book of John, Revelation. Exactly. You will find it that. So, inshallah, we have to be thankful to Allah enough that He gave us Quran and Ahlul Bayt. And Ahlul Bayt, they show us the way. One person, an atheist, he came to Imam Rida alayhi salam. He said, Ya Ali Rida, akhbirni mata wujida rabbak. Oh Ali Rida. He said, tell me, when did your God existed? Sound very funny question. When did your Lord existed? And Imam Rida, he told him, akhbirni mata lam yujad, akhbartuka mata wujid. Tell me when he did not exist. I will tell you when he did exist. Very simple answer to a great scholar like Imam Rida. He wanted to tell him that Allah, He never ceased to exist. He has been there all the time. But for our own, they say many, what can I say, blasphemic, theories of God is so prevalent in their school of thought. So I want our brothers to dig enough on Usul-ud-Din. You shouldn't allow ourselves not to know our school of thought. When we say Quran and Ahlul Bayt, it means Quran and Ahlul Bayt. As the Holy Prophet said, وَإِنَّهُمَا لَنْ يَفْتَرِقَا. They will go hand in hand with the Quran. If you see a theology, a belief that is not with the Quran, means these are not the teaching of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. They were there with the Quran all the time. This is why in the day of judgment, according to the riwayah of all imams, according to the riwayah of Rasulullah, the Rasulullah will be in the house of Kawthar, and the people will come, groups and groups. The Holy Prophet will see some people that he know them, and they know him. He will see them, they have been taken towards left side. He will say, oh my Lord, haulai ashabi, ashabi, they are my companions, my companions. He say, Ya Muhammad, innaka la tadri madha ahdathu ba'dak. Muhammad, you don't know what they have innovated after you have left. They have innovated what? Saqifa, the door of Fatima, Jamal, Siffin, Nehrawan. But at the same time, they have the audacity to come to you and tell them, oh, man kuntu mawlahu fa'adha Ali mawlahu, we love Ali. So that great love, sideline him from Saqifa, fight him in the Battle of Camel in Basra, fought him in Siffin, fought him in Nehrawan, kill him in the Masjid. That great love, isn't it? Sound good? So if we love someone, then we send army to him to kill him. Not only him, we kill Husayn, we kill Hassan alayhi salam. We kill all his descendants. That is a great love. That story, I will never buy it. I tell them as it is all the time. We used to believe this before. They used to tell us that, look, we love all Ahlul Bayt, we love Ali, we love Hassan alayhi salam, we love Fatima. It sounds good when you say this, all right? But when you look the history, it tells you no. It's not so. They didn't love Ali at all. If you love someone, do you go to surround his house? If you love someone, can you go to surround his house with the army and force him to come and give bay'ah? You love him? No. If you love someone, do you go and destroy the house of Fatima, the house in which Rasulullah used to stood outside and say, As-salatu ya ahlal bayt, innama yuridu Allah liyudhiba ankum ar-rijsa ahlal bayt, wa yutahhirakum tathira. If there were love, great love, can someone say to his husband, to her husband, to her husband, don't allow so and so to attend my janazah? This is how we've been told that these people, they love each other. They used to be this, they used to love, yeah? But you, she, as you just say this thing, you create this thing, you fabricate this thing. We don't fabricate. Otherwise, you have to go and burn all your books, arrest them and burn them. We didn't write it. Our first writers, they were Kulaini in the 4th century, is it so? Kulaini and Sharif al-Radhi and others. When they came, they have already, wrote their books. But Tabari and Bukhari and Muslim, they have already wrote these books. Is it so? So we didn't create the history. They wrote it. So if you love someone, do you create soldiers to go and fight him in Basra? If you love someone, do you create an army to go and fight him in Siffin? No. So we must be very strong in our Aqidah. We must study our Islam very well. Because every day you see people, they open their eyes. They say, oh, we've been fooled for years. For years and years and years we've been fooled. To believe in Allah who is not Allah, to believe in the Prophet who is not even the Prophet. Allah has been given an attribute which is not his attribute. It's the God of Judaism, God of Christianity. If you believe that Allah is coming down and go up every night, there is no need of Allah to come down and go up. Because He's Hadir, omnipresent. Allah is omnipresent. He doesn't need to go. There is no distance between Him and anything. Imam Ali alayhi salam described Allah. One of his companions asked him, Ayn Allah? He said, Al-Aynawiyya. awareness, right, is a creation of Allah. And al-aynawiyya, tufidul makan, denote a place. وَقَدْ كَانَ اللَّهُ قَبْلَ الْمَكَانِ, and Allah, He was existing before the place. لِأَنَّهُ هُوَ خَالِقُ الْمَكَانِ, because He's the creator of the place. Amir al-Mu'mineen. See, you see the profit of rejecting Ali. Then you have to believe Allah, who has a place of abode, sitting, waiting, and watching you from 7 heavens. He is not here anymore. He's there. Then He has to come down at night, looking at those who are praying Salatul Layl, watching them, right? And He said, anyone who is making istighfar, so that I should make, I should forgive him. This is how they believe. I'm not making these things. It's reality. So Amir al-Mu'mineen, he said, al-aynawiyya, it is a wrong question. Most of us, we don't know about wrong question, isn't it? We know about wrong answer. But Amir al-Mu'mineen, he said there is wrong question. He told his companion, it is a wrong question. Because al-aynawiyya, awareness, denote a place. And Allah khaliqul makan, and Allah is the one who created a place. وَقَدْ كَانَ قَبْلَ الْمَكَانِ, and He was there before the place. لِأَنَّهُ خَالِقُ الْمَكَانِ, because He's the creator of the place. Allahu khaliqu kulla shay'in, Quran says. So if Allah khaliqu kulla shay'in, He created heavens and the earth, do you say that He is in the heavens? By the way, coincidentally, all kuffar, they used to believe that Allah is in heaven. You know what Fir'aun he said? Ya Haman ibn li sarhan. Yeah? Make a building, lofty building for me. لِأَلِّي أَطَّلِعُ إِلَىٰ إِلَهِ مُوسَى, so that I should go up and see the God of Moses. This is the theory of kuffar. Unfortunately, we have Muslims who believe that Allah is there. So, in our Aqidah, as Shia, the followers of Ali, alayhi salam, we believe that Allah is hadir, He is omnipresent. He said in Surah Al-Mujadala, مَا يَكُونُ مِن نَجْوَ ثَلَاثَةٍ إِلَّا هُوَ رَابِعُهُمْ. If those who are whispering together, they are talking together, there are 3, إِلَّا هُوَ رَابِعُهُمْ, He will be the 4th. وَلَا خَمْسَةٍ, if there are 5, إِلَّا هُوَ سَادِسُهُمْ, He will be the 6th of them. وَلَا أَدْنَ مِن ذَلِكَ, if there are few, He will be with them. وَلَا أَكْثَرَ إِلَّا هُوَ مَعَهُمْ أَيْنَمَا كَانُوا, He is with them wherever they are. There is no point here to say that God is in the heaven, He's sitting there, He's taking a place, whatever. And some of them believe that He is in the arsh, He left a space for who? Prophet Muhammad to go and sit. Similar to the dogma of Christianity, whereas Jesus is sitting at the right side of God. Similar. So we have to thank Allah that we are the followers of Ahlul Bayt. And they call you Rafiz, isn't it? This is a very good word. Very good word. One of the companions of Imam Jaffar Sadiq, I will end this discourse, inshallah, I don't want to keep you longer. He asked Imam Jaffar, he was very sad. He went to see the Imam. And Imam saw his friend, he was sad. He said, what happened to you today? وَإِنَّكَ لَحَزِينٌ, you are sad. He said, yes, because I passed in the market and people, they were taunting me. They called me Rafizi. And Imam, he laughed. And the narrator says, he saw even the teeth of Imam Jaffar Sadiq, the last teeth. He was laughing. He said, and then Imam, he said, Allahu Akbar, God is great. This name, Rafizi, Allah, He make it again to appear. After it appeared during the time of Moses. Those who refused to worship the cow, they were called Rafidis. Did you know that? Imam Jaffar said that those who worship the cow, those who reject to worship the cow, they were called Rafizi by those who worship the cow. So we have to thank Allah that we don't worship the cows, all right? We worship Allah, all right? So the cows worshippers, those who are in Sakifas, they must call you Rafizi. Because you rejected those things that we have said. Muqatil bin Sulaiman, Wahb bin Nabbi, Ka'b al-Ahbar, Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira, he lived with the Holy Prophet for 3 years only, or 2 years and a half. Because he became Muslim during the Battle of Khaybar from Yemen. But today, when you go to the literature of hadith, you will find 75% of those hadiths is from him. If you combine the hadiths narrated by Ali, Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman, the 4 khulafa they say, if you combine them, you will not even get 1/3 of those hadiths which belong to Abu Huraira. Ali, who was raised up by the Prophet since he was small, he has about 500 hadiths. In all Sunni school of thought, 500 hadiths. But Abu Huraira, he has about 3,000 hadiths. So who heard from the Holy Prophet more? Is it Abu Huraira or Ali? Ali, who said, Allamani Rasulullah alfa babin. The Holy Prophet taught me 10 gates of knowledge. وَفِي كُلِّ بَابٍ أَلْفُ بَابٍ. And every door, it is open 1,000 doors. But they couldn't narrate from him. They couldn't report anything from him. He stood up in the Masjid al-Kufa. He says, Saluni qablan tafqiduni. Ask me before you miss me. Fakhruddin Razi, a Sunni commentator, you know what he said? He says, since the world was created, nobody have ever dared to say this statement of Ali. A Sunni. Fakhruddin Razi in his tafsir of Kashaf. He says, since the universe was created, nobody had dared to say this statement except Ali. And yet, they couldn't have time to report nothing from him. They reported hadith from Abu Huraira, they reported hadith from Ibn Zubair and Ibn Umar and others. And even Ka'b al-Ahbar, they make up that religion. When you see them, they behave like animals today, killing innocent people throughout the world. It's because of this. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين إن الله ملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. So, Imam, when he stood up in the Masjid al-Kufa, somebody asked him, how many hairs do I have in my head? It's the Arabs. These kind of questions. If someone is telling you today, if we say here in Europe, Ali, if he was born here, in Britain, he tell the Englishman that ask me whatever you want. I know the gates of heaven more than the gates of the earth. That's how Ali say that. I know what is in the heaven more than what is in the earth. An Englishman will go behind him. But the Arab, they were given too much by Allah, right? This is why they kill him. They have to murder him. Because they didn't know the value of Ali. And today's Shias, we don't know the value of Ali. We cry for him, but please let us appreciate who was Ali and let us tell our children about Ahlul Bayt. We have a lot of things to know from them. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين. وعلى فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين. وعلي أمير المؤمنين. والحسن المجتبى والحسين الشهيد بكربلاء. وعلي بن الحسين زين العابدين. ومحمد الباقر العلوم النبيين. وجعفر محمد. وموسى بن جعفر. وعلي بن موسى. ومحمد بن علي. وعلي بن محمد. والحسن علي وعلي العسكري. ومحمد بن الحسن المهدي. اللهم عجل فرجه واجعلنا من أنصار ومن المقربين ومن المستشهدين بأيديه. اللهم ربي اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. وأقم الصلاة.